Welcome to Truth Be Told. I'm Tony Sweet with Captain Ron. We have a great show for you today. Only a week away, we have DisclosureFest coming up here in Los Angeles at the State Historical Park, and we have the founder of DisclosureFest. Adrian is a founder of DisclosureFest, and DisclosureFest is a foundation of multiple cultures, community-based nonprofit platform, and their foundation unites hearts-centered, like-minded people in efforts to raise consciousness, provide education on health and wellness, and create awareness of global, environmental, and humanitarian initiatives. And we're excited to have him here back once again. We have Adrian Vallera. Oh, yeah, there he is. Oh, missed the cue. There we go. I couldn't get to the applause.
There he is.
I couldn't get to the applause.
Why we do it. We do this event for the Mass Meditation Initiative. So when we're streaming that, it adds just that extra component to the frequency expansion of this meditation. So we start off in the park and we're expanding that energy out, and then we just kind of merge it into these people that are on these live streams, just, as we reach them as the frequency until we can surround them. Disclosure Project with us also. And then Jason Quitt is going to join us first time. I've been wanting to work with Jason for a while. Really resonate with a lot of his story and his beliefs and his research. He's really tuned in. Great guy, super heart centered. Really, and we're super lucky to have him. Laura Eisenhower is another one. Wow.
Tony introduced her at Contact in the Desert. He was hosting her.
I noticed that.
Yep.
Yeah, she's amazing. I love Laura. She really she really connects with a lot of people through her heart and really articulates her research through and she really reaches people in a different way, and love her so much.
Yeah, we saw that at Contact as well. A lot of people, Melanie and others, were saying how they came just for her and everything. They really feel like she draws a certain crowd. Yep.
Yeah, she's amazing. Jimmy Church. Oh my God, can't do this. He's like, signature Jimmy Church. Has been there from day one. Rita was the first person on our Twitter.
Oh, cool.
First fan is Jimmy Church and his wife. Man. So
that's great.
Supporters.
Love it.
Without him. Clifford Mahooty is going to be. And it's awesome because this year we have our new Star Ancestor space. So we have so many elders and grandmothers from different tribes around the world, really bringing in that culture and it's really beautiful to have that. It's a new space within Disclosure Fest and the Mass Meditation Initiative, and just really bringing it back to our ancestral roots and our indigenous roots. So yeah,
it totally feels to me that if you aren't even into the subculture that we all are about UFOs and the whole paranormal community, there's so much stuff to do here. Just seeing the tribal elders like that is cool. These guys playing these different instruments and the bowls and the giant. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, just yoga. I mean, there's so much going on at the same time. It's just like
we have 17 stages.
Oh my God!
And every hour there's something on every single one of them. So you're not going to see it all. This is This isn't a conscious, mindful event where you come. Your heart will take you where you're supposed to be.
Hey. Adrian, how do you combine the two? When you say disclosure, especially in certain genres and certain groups, that means one thing. So you're bringing disclosure and spirituality. How did you combine the two and make it work?
And that's it. A lot of times, disclosure is just kind of lumped into the ET world,
right?
And it's not. So we have been as a human race been starting to be programmed in this society at a very young age. I mean, the second we start putting us in front of like Sesame Street, for example, there's already programming that starts. You start off at this very pure star seed, and when you're starting, sorry about that, guys. When you're starting off that way, it's before all this dysfunctional programming sets in, and then it also, because we're in a multidimensional space, that it triggers and reminds us, these programs, of all these different programs you've had in different lives and different dimensions. So you start off as a star seed and you start being programmed, and everything from there on, like you go to school and it's the basic 4 food groups, and there's so much deep programming that we are having to do to remember the oneness of the universe, and remember like the power of unconditional love and the fact that we are a reflection of each other. The ET aspect of this is such a great tool for us just to remember, wow, there's life outside this planet. And because of that, do I focus on all the information I can find on that, which is going to be all beautiful, amazing information because it's so expansive. The other thing is I find a lot of people just being addicted to the ET information, and from there on they're consumed, and a lot of that information is super dark. And then one of the things that is left out is the inner work, and that's where Disclosure Fest really tries to kind of harness and express all the different ways to do the inner work. So it's learning about what disclosure is truly, and that's everything, the water, the air, the GMOs, and what yoga does for your body, what meditation does for your body, how to really connect and open your channels up. Because once you start doing certain things and opening your conscious fields and channels, all of a sudden you're this conduit to receive information from the universe. And you always were. It's just through the program we've closed that.
You see, Adrian, I think exactly what you're saying here, brother, is that. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was saying that this what you're doing there is, it's really for people that aren't in this community, because it introduces them to these different aspects, these different fields, from meditation, all these different fields you're talking about. Somebody could go there and learn about each of these different genres and see what interests them.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And then the people that are kind of stuck in because once you start receiving the information, you also get stuck in patterns that keep you in that closed off field. So it really takes doing all these different things, and part of it is also the initiatives that we bring out to the community, helping the homeless, planting trees, restoring forests, cleaning up the beaches and the waterways. We just started Star Seeds initiative this year, which is our children's initiative. We're going into the schools, kindergarten through 6th grade and up, teaching mindfulness and meditation, yoga. So being of service is another thing that in this, archaic society, we've got to the point to where there isn't enough time in the day left in our minds to be of service, which is an important part of this all. And it's really being mindful to make that time, no matter what, because that's a part of these ascension keys within us that are still kind of dormant and ready to be activated again by, being of service, by practicing meditation, by doing the research of the universe, by, being kind to people, compassionate, using your whole heart. And remember, we're all, dysfunctional and imperfect beings, and we're in class like every day. This is our class. And myself included have a hard time always, getting back to those triggers, and just being mindful of those triggers that, bring back these type of energies, or how you treat people. Being mindful more of it is really where it's at. Just, so anyways, this year is about forgiveness.
Adrian, I'm going to ask you, because we've seen it. I've seen it where people start getting, more celebrity. They start seeing a little more popularity. The festivals start growing. How do you keep the ego out of it?
How do you keep the ego out of it?
Yeah. How do you keep the ego out of what you do? Because, you start for a purpose and a reason. And then as you start growing and people, get bigger stars, bigger everything. And all of a sudden, you have to switch the mind maybe to think more corporate. But how do you personally keep the ego out of your festival?
It's pretty easy, because this whole platform was like a transmission and a download that was constructed through time, through a short period of time, and developed into what it is. And any deviation from the purity of it is not what it's meant for. So even the way we keep this free, you can go. This is not a free event to do. This costs
right
much money on this event.
Yeah,
there's a ticket there that you can take for free, and there's also a ticket that you can take. You can take as a $10 suggested donation to Disclosure Fest, and then there's also a $5 ticket you could kind of that's going to go to 100% of it goes to California State Park. So
that's great.
It's really like a community supported event. We're keeping it like to where this is going to be an event that's secure, that the community is going to support. And by doing that, you're kind of creating a whole new model, right? Because these events, they cost a fortune, $300, $400, $500 tickets to these type of events. And this is just kind of like surrendering to the universe to make an offering of kindness, of information, of purity, so that when you come, you have that choice, and now it's like up to you. It's almost like a healing experience, even for the audience there. Like, wow, I can support this, or I can just get a free ticket and support it a different way. It's all good. It's all divine.
That's awesome.
And it promotes, again, it's not just a one-day thing. We're here to talk about Disclosure Fest that's actually next Saturday, but it goes all year. He works on this stuff all year long. Like you said, all these programs with saving water and trees and all these great noble things, which I am very impressed with. Also, you can go the day before and after.
Yeah, right.
I want to talk about that a little bit, Adrian.
Yeah, hold on, guys. I just want to introduce you to Ryan McQuillan. He's our production manager. He's actually starting.
There he is.
Disclosure Fest in Denver.
Oh, great!
All these initiatives, including the festivals, are going to end up in Denver. And I've known this guy for 25 years. He was on my street team when I was doing rock bands.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
We're grinding it out, and we have like an amazing staff downstairs. Without everybody here, we couldn't make this happen.
When is that supposed to happen?
Hi guys.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. When is the Denver supposed to happen? When is that going to happen?
So we're going to start initiatives in July with river cleanup, and then truck from there, and just try to do at least one a month or one every month and a half from there.
Oh, that's great.
trying to lead up to hopefully having a festival there next year. Maybe we'll see what happens. It's more about the initiatives.
Yeah.
Well, I say like this 1 day thing is just more of a promotion, and
Right.
it introduces people. I think it's a great introduction to this,
Yeah.
and then you could sign up and you can help with some of these different causes these guys are working on, which is really great.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that that's one of the things that Adrian really instilled in me, that like the mass meditation is an amazing day for everyone to come together as one, but we got to go do the day-to-day work and help heal the planet together. You know?
Right.
Right. And to fringe people that aren't in this community, that seems sort of like a novelty of it. They want to see what that is, you know. Because we talked to people there last year that weren't into this or whatever. I think it's a great introduction for them to kind of see that some of the stuff's not as weird or scary or whatever, and then maybe they'll participate or help out with something, which is great.
And it's right in the heart of the great city of L.A. So
How cool was that, Tony?
Yeah.
We were walking around, you could see the city, yet you're in this beautiful field. I mean, it's a really great location.
yeah.
Wait till you guys see what we have set up. It's gonna be amazing.
Just the website, I could tell it's much bigger than last year.
Yeah.
There's so much more going on. It's unbelievable.
32 acres.
32
Jesus.
acres.
Three music stages. We have artists from Burning Man that are bringing all these installations.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Art stars. There's just so much. Bhakti Fest is another big festival in Josh Trees. It's bringing their own stage, which is filled with like kirtan and different like yantra music. So yeah, there's just grown so much.
Yeah, you're going to have to make it more than 1 day soon. I mean, you're about to outgrow that time slot because it's getting really. It was full last year, and it's nothing like
it's
this
pretty
year.
full.
It's the scale. It's going to be an amazingly special day. Guys, I got a bunch of stuff to go get done to make
All
it
right.
happen.
Nice to meet you. We'll see you Saturday, 21st. Is it 22nd?
Yeah.
Whatever Saturday is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Look it up.
Second, guys. Get with the program.
I know, right? Yeah.
Come on, Tony, let's go. Tony's already got his yoga pants bought. He is ready. That's worth a price of admission just to come see that, which the price of admission is free, folks. So
Right.
But you can also donate.
please, that's the whole point of this too. I mean, really. I mean, obviously they have to put this on, so they've put a tremendous amount of work, effort, and expense into this, just for all these different speakers and stages, and it's an incredible thing to see.
And how has the city responded to this?
Yeah, really well. I mean, as far as the city, what do you mean?
I mean, because a lot of times the city, they support it. I know they're open to just renting out a space,
They
but
don't like when people clean up their
Like
city, Tony.
California State Parks.
right.
So California State Parks is like one of our first partners as a foundation. All the trees that we plant are in state park mountain ranges.
Mm-hmm.
Most of our beach and river cleanups are in state parks.
Oh, great.
And like even this weekend, we're doing a community planting at the festival, Los Angeles State Historic Park. So we're going to be doing some earth gridding, burying some crystals, planting some herbs and grasses and plants. And so we do a lot with California State Park. So they're one of our dearest partners. And it's cool because, we're called DisclosureFest. We do have alien sightings or UFO sightings all day, broad daylight. There's plenty of speakers talking about this fringe, esoteric information, and they still are cool being a government, organization supporting this, and it's really because of these initiatives and the purity of what we're doing.
And people have had daytime UFO sightings at this event?
Every year, Robert Bingham's bringing them down.
Right. I'll be introducing Robert Bingham. That's what
awesome.
you just sent me. That's amazing.
Yeah. Last year he brought like a fleet of 14 crafts.
Wow.
There's triangles, saucer, Sark cigars, all sorts of stuff.
That's incredible. That I would like to see. That would be, well, we'll see. We'll see you next week.
Meditation with mass sightings.
Interesting.
So what is next? You said Denver. What other cities that you're going to or having interest in?
Right now, we're already active in LA, DC, Denver. We started in Toronto.
Oh, great.
More different things in Toronto, as well as San Francisco, Portland are coming up, and somebody really interested and passionate is trying to start this in Scotland. So we're starting to get, go international here with
Wow.
Yeah, and it's all about just encouraging people and to start doing the inner work more. It's all about inner work right now. We've been programmed to be superficial and to react and live our daily lives in that way. Now it's just really tuning into your heart center and finding the truth. If you told.
We're all for that, right, Tony?
Right, we are. Well, this is great. I can't wait to see you there. We're doing your good work because I know when you're there, you're running around. You're busy. You're a busy man. And how do you get your own rest? I mean, because even though this is one day a year, it takes a whole year pretty much to prep for it. How do you relax in your daily time before and after?
Well, I mean, meditation really helps, and you have to remember, and that's something that's you should wake up and remember to do. But yeah, after this festival, I haven't been able to rest in the last months. Just this last month, I think I went to 13 festivals to promote.
Oh my God,
Jesus!
Yeah, so I love to kind of do that myself as well. Kind of spread that energy around.
Right.
But yeah, like after this event, we're gonna do. I was kind of got this transmission to do an Earth Grid activation, so I'm gonna do that, which is kind of like a vacation because it's road tripping, and then when I get back, it's gonna be, some.
And they're busy doing the initiatives outside of this event. Right. I mean, they're always working on something. You can see it on the site.
Right after a new calendar, right after Disclosure has a whole new calendar is gonna take us all the way to December.
And so do you have like meetups, like a weekly, monthly, where people can join in?
Yeah, no, basically we don't use Meetup anymore. We forgot to pay the bill one year, and so I guess Meetup gives it away. So they developed 1,500 or 2,000 people on there, and then we forgot to pay the bill or something. I don't know what it was. And then the next thing you know, there's this group of people that are claiming to be Disclosure Fest running around with our Meetup. It was interesting.
Oh no.
But yeah, we don't really use Meetup anymore because I don't know, we didn't have time to get back to it. We're such a skeleton crew here; it's very minimal. But we do use Facebook and we use our online calendar. So what we'll do is we'll get an event started, whether it's the Starseed or Clean Air Initiative or Beach and River Cleanup, and we'll start a Facebook Eventbrite with free tickets or donate tickets, and you just show up. And we get 60 to a couple hundred people depending on what it is. So yeah, it's really easy. Just keep checking our Facebook. Everything's Disclosure Fest. Our website's disclosurefest.org. If you can come to the Mass Meditation Initiative, that would be amazing. All the bodies there really help with the meditation, as well as if you're not able to join the live stream. There's a button, join the live stream, and be part of that. Yeah, this year we have some huge artists. So this is the difference with this year. This is the first time we actually have these huge headliner artists that we've never had before in the music world, like Desert Dwellers, and Nako, which is Nako's one of the conscious rock star, singer-songwriters of this planet, I believe. And
wow.
We're really grateful to have him. He's also, in Parangi, I don't know if you remember Parangi from last year. He's a dear friend and amazing healer through music. But yeah, this is a really intense music lineup between Dwellers, Nako, Parangi, Freedom Tribe, which hasn't played LA in over 15 years. So that's kind of almost a reunion. Samuel J, Sri Kala, Jamie Schwabel, Lizzie Jeff.
Wow.
Gray. These are very influential artists here in Los Angeles and abroad, and national touring artists. So as far as the music, the yoga, the meditation, the sound baths, my God. So we have Wisdom LA coming this year. It's another activation. These huge immersive domes where you step inside, it's air conditioned, and the ceiling's got these 4K projections on them, so you're just laying down, and so every top sound healer in LA is doing a sound bath every hour. I mean, these are healers that you buy a ticket for $50. There's a couple hundred people in the room, and they're just being of service. The sound baths in these amazing domes that are super immersive and 3D, and it's really amazing.
Yeah, there's tons of other little shit. Just like buying juices there. There's all these different juice. There's there's just so much to do. You can just walk around all day, and like you said, now with 17 stages, you could just move on down to the next thing. You know, there's always stuff to do there. So it's like there's no reason not to go. It exposes you to a lot of different types of different. It just seems so much better this year.
Yeah. Well, it's just growing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Well, we can't wait to support you as much as we can, any way we can, and we hope everybody that even if you can't make it live, like you said, you can live stream and watch it and be a part of the mass meditation. So.
And or send over a few bucks to help
Yeah.
these guys out. They're doing a lot of good stuff right here in LA, cleaning the water, cleaning the air, things that are very important that we forget.
And if you want to maybe to bring it to your area, contact them. They can help you get started yourself. So maybe you can start making a difference in your area just through this Disclosure Fest. So you can go to DisclosureFest.org and you can check out everybody that's going to be there, their initiative, their mission statement, everything. So, but Adrian, thank you so much for being here. As always, you keep up the good work. Get some rest. I know you.
Yeah, please try.
You guys too, get ready to start emceeing some stuff at Disclosure Fest this year. It's going to be fun. You're on the schedule, so
We're happy to help, brother. We're happy to help.
Well, thank you, sir. Well, until next time, this is Tony Sweet, Captain Ron with Adrian, and don't forget, DisclosureFest.org. Bye-bye.
thanks, guys. All love.